Hey everyone, Jess here, Chaos on Wheels. So, just to add to the chaos today, anybody else who has a Robson XTT camper trailer, they will know. They probably have been in the exact same position that we have been in. I just went and did a big shop at the supermarket. I thought I would get like a lot of meat and stuff like that so I can put in the freezer in the back of the Ranger. Fridge is full, so I've like literally filled it to the brim, and I thought, yep, all the meat and stuff that like I'm going to put in the freezer anyway, I will just decanter it, I'll get my vacuum sealer out, it's fine, and then we can just seal it and put it in the freezer. Then happy days, like we'll have meat in the freezer for future dinners. Anyway, so I come to this drawer here because this is where the vacuum sealer lives. So if anybody else has like these style locks, clips, whatever you call them, if you can't unlock it, you won't be able to push the button. So like if that's locked, you can't push the button. Well, this one is unlocked, and I know that for a fact it is because you push that and it flicks all the way out. Well, I just go to do the same thing with the bottom one. I sprayed WD-40 because I thought that it was just stuck. Well, it's stuck, alright. It's stuck on the drawer that's on the inside. So it hasn't been put in properly, hasn't been latched in properly. So now I can't open the door. So the only way to get the door open is if I pull all this apart or break them or whatever I got to do, pull the hinge off to then push the drawer back in. So then I can open the door, or the door open, and then push the thing back in. Otherwise I've got to tilt the camper on its side, like up one side. But I can't do that either because I've got no jack. So I just love that for me. Like, you just can't make this shit up. So now I've got all this meat, and I don't want to put it all in the freezer, okay? Just love that. Someone didn't put the drawer in properly, which I don't even know who was the last one to even use that side of the camper. I love that for me. Absolutely love it. And I'm stressed. I have a cold sore coming up. Like, I had a really shit sleep last night. Like, there's been a lot going on since you guys, since we spoke last. So the last 6 weeks we have been sick as a dog. Can't even blame the camper because it's literally just been from around people. Like, we've been around people that have been sick. So we literally got RSV from Jamo from Kinder. He brought it home, gave it to Hendrix. And then in the middle of that, we gave it to Daryl's parents, RSV, which they didn't realise they had RSV at the time. And then Pa got influenza A. And then we were around him and the kids, not realising we got influenza A, except for Daryl. Daryl got a really bad, he got bad tonsillitis though. So he was crook as well, but just not what we had. And then literally it was like we got better from the influenza A, and then it was literally like a week or so later we ended up with influenza B from Daryl's youngest daughter was in contact with the eldest daughter, and yeah. So we ended up with, because we took her shopping and for her birthday, and yeah, we had her in the car obviously, and then we all ended up with influenza B. And then on the end of the influenza B, I actually got a sinus infection. So I'm on antibiotics. Today's my last day on the antibiotics. I feel all right, but I got a really bad headache today. Hendrix decided to whack me in the eye last night with his back of his foot. We were like wrestling on his bed, and I was sort of laying down, and I don't think he could see where his feet were, and then he just whacked me. Like, I literally felt my whole eye, like my eye felt like it just got fully pushed back into its socket, and then it like popped out. It did not feel nice. I'm about to go and take some Nurofen because like this headache, Panadol, it just won't shake. I've had it for a couple of hours now. And yeah, my nose is running like a tap. Like, it's just shit. I had a shit sleep last night because the dogs just would not stop barking and growling at stuff. So I had to get up a couple of times in the night, and that's what's resulted in this cold sore. So I took a 3-in-1 dose tablet that you can buy from the chemist. I took one of those, and I'm hoping I got it in time. So Hendrix is in bed. Jamo is at Kinder. So Jamo has about 3 to 4 weeks left of Kinder. We're going to pull him out. The plan is now, we've sort of changed our structure a little bit. So we were planning on going for as long as we long as we can. We were going to go up to Queensland and we were going to have we were going to move there and, you know, whatnot. But our plans have changed. We're going to go and do some travelling. Daryl's got some work at Buchan, so we're going to go to Buchan first. Then in October, we've got a 10-night stay at Maryborough. So we're going to stay at Maryborough for 10 nights. And then from Maryborough, we're going to go to New South Wales. So Daryl's got 6 weeks worth of work up there, driving a truck. It's not actually for our business, driving a truck for his mate. And so we're going to do that, and then we'll probably go into Queensland or whatever. Like, we'll sort of work it out from there. But on that note as well, we're actually going to, instead of 2 vehicles, we're going to downsize to 1 because we think double the expenses, double everything. So we'll just have 1 vehicle. So we literally started downsizing a lot of our stuff to fit in the camper and on top of the camper so that we can take some of our business stuff, like electrical stuff and whatnot. So, but yeah, we'll fully downsize to 1 vehicle, which is great. I'm excited. Morning, everyone. Chaos on wheels here. The chaos is all, don't mind the state of our camping area. It is raining. Gotta love South Gippsland winters. The man of the hour.
Man of the hour,
Yeah.
only because I'm about to make coffee.
Because he's making a good coffee.
That's why Jenny is running.
Yes. And the boys are running amok. Huh? So cute, his little jacket. So, chaos this weekend. Daryl's got to work. Today is Saturday. Daryl is got to work. From my other day mishap, like, my day is only getting better, like my week. We had a ant infestation in the camper last night, and we think because it was obviously gonna rain last night, they're obviously trying to find a new home to invade, and they picked our home. So they were getting in somehow, like through the door here, and they were actually underneath here coming in as well. So, but anyway, I found ants absolutely everywhere. And they were under, don't mind the mess, the boys have been in here playing. They actually got underneath the cushions here. So I was cleaning all underneath here, lifting this up. Anyway, I got our oldest son, Jamo, to hold this up for me. Anyway, I had my head down here, trying to clean up all the ants and whatnot, and clean up under, like, around the diesel heater, because it does get very, very dusty. So anyway, as I'm doing that, I had my face here, and of course what happened, I had my face here, and Hendrix, we have a feeling Hendrix might have grabbed the other side of this lid, and it's aluminium. And what happened was I had my face here, Hendrix grabbed one side, it put too much weight on there for Jamison, it dropped on my head and fell, and I smacked my face right there on the middle. So, and like, listen to the sound when I drop it. So you could imagine what happened to my nose and my face. So now my face is all swollen here, and my nose is really sore. That's what happened to me last night, and oh my god, like, it's so sore this morning. I can barely even blow it. It's like all blood sitting up in here. So when I blow my nose, like, blood comes out, but it's decreasing now, which is good. So I haven't had that much blood this morning, but it's just all swollen in my face. So yeah, just having a bit of a cruisy, lazy day today. See, I'm finding more ants. Pain in the bums. So I'm currently solo parenting tonight. The boys are just having some quiet time on their iPads. Don't mind the mess in the camper. But we are just literally, this is us every night having to clean up. The camper looks like a mess, but I assure you it does get actually cleaned up. Every single day we have to do this just to set a table up, but we wouldn't have it any other way. So I currently got the Jenny going to charge the camper up and to have the air fryer on. Oh, the air fryer is finished. I can just hear it beeping out there at me. So yeah, we're about to set the table up so we can have some dinner. Well, the boys are going to have party pie sausage rolls. Daryl is currently at Annabelle's piano recital. So she's got, I think it's a recital. He is doing a duet and a solo. So yeah, while he is at that, I am getting the boys sorted.
Hi, my Johnson. Hi, the mum boot.
What's your name?
The mum boot.
It's my mum boots. They're very dirty, aren't they? Mummy's boots dirty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will hook up. I am Mum.
Yeah.
Hello, Thomas. Listen, Thomas. I am Peha.
We had ants in the camper, didn't we?
My mum and Peha, Mum.
Not anymore. Hopefully we've got them all. So hopefully we've got them all. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Hello. It was by Hello, sorry.
So I'm not sure if we have gone into depth. We've sort of been a bit quiet lately on the old YouTube and Facebook and whatnot, but I'm not sure whether we have gone into depth like what has been happening the last few weeks. Currently we're still out at the farm. We leave in about 3 to 4 weeks time. Everything hasn't been going to plan. Like nothing has been going to plan the last few weeks. So finally the generator is off and we're just getting the boys ready for bed. Over the last 8 weeks, I think it's been, we've had like a lot going on. So we finally got our pediatrician appointment underway. I'm not sure whether we've like touched down on this or anything, but Jamison finally got diagnosed with level 2 autism. So that's something that has been in the making for like the last like 2.5 years, since he was like 1.5. We obviously started the process, like early intervention through Link Health and Community. Started that process, which took a very long time, and then we got NDIS funding as Jamison has speech delayed. He was 6 weeks preemie. And that's how it all like sort of come about. And then obviously good GPs, good pediatricians, amazing support network. We had to obviously go get an ADOS assessment done. We got that done. It took over a month for us to get our results back. And like Daryl and myself were just so anxious in that month because we were sort of like, what's going to happen? Like, is like these people, like the professional, be able to give these diagnoses? So we were sort of like, oh, like what's going to happen? You know, is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Like, which you can't really say whether it's good or bad because like from our experience, like everybody's experience is different, but from our experience, because Gemmo's 3.5 now, we're noticing like a lot more quirks, we call them. And obviously the language like delay and whatnot has obviously contributed to that as well. So we were under the impression that we're like, if the pediatrician tells us that there is nothing wrong with Jamison and that I wouldn't say a naughty kid, like I don't want to actually describe him as a naughty kid, like that's not what he is. He's a very sweaty boy, but if they tell us that, yeah, nothing's wrong with Jamison and whatnot, that pretty much we need to go to parent school because like we need to obviously learn how to handle like our kids a bit better. Like as bad as that is, but that's literally what we sort of come to. So when the pediatrician actually told us that he had level 2 autism, like Daryl and myself, our whole demeanor just changed. Like we just sort of were just like, oh, we can breathe because it's not actually just us. Because like, no offense to a lot of people that we know and even strangers, because they don't know what we have to deal with behind closed doors. They only see snippets and they are only with Jamison for limited time. That they don't see the loops. They don't see the behavioral stuff. They don't see the repetitiveness, like with the loops that we go through on a daily basis. The noises, the barking, there is a lot in the whole he doesn't share, he doesn't understand, like he can't regulate his own emotions, like he actually doesn't understand how to tolerate his younger brother. Like it's actually really hard, and like he does hurt him on accident, and sometimes it even hurts us, but it's on accident. Like it's not, he doesn't lash out on purpose. And when you talk to some of these people, they just do the whole, like he's a typical 3-year-old or 3.5-year-old that he's just naughty. For ages, like we had to advocate for him, try and explain to these people, like you don't see what happens behind closed doors. He can be very full on, like all day he's just constantly like mom, dad, like he's so obsessed with Daryl. He's got to be with Daryl all the time. He's got his little quirks of like every time we leave to go anywhere we have to toot the horn, because he likes to beep everyone. He's got to say goodbye to people, like if you're leaving from somewhere, like he's got to say goodbye to his friends, he's got to say goodbye to the people that are around, because like otherwise if he doesn't say goodbye, we'll get to the car, he'll have a meltdown, because it's just one of his quirks, like he didn't get to say goodbye to the person. Daryl could say goodbye to him, he'll leave to go to work, and Jamison literally will have like an episode where he'll just get upset and he's like, Dad didn't say goodbye to me, or Dad didn't beat me, and I'm like, well he did. It's obviously like he either doesn't, he's not concentrating on that one thing, so he might be distracted, he might not hear the beep, or he might not register that Daryl has actually said goodbye. So then you've got to call Daryl and be like, hey, you didn't actually say goodbye to Jamison. Then Jamison gets to say his goodbye, and he's fine after that. Sometimes he gets so fixated on things, like the other, like picked him up from kinder, he was already in a mood when I picked him up because it was late. He literally was so fixated on having Fruit Loops for dinner. Like, well, not for dinner as such, but Fruit Loops. He wanted Fruit Loops. So yeah, for us to get that diagnosis, it was just like such a relief. We can be like, now we actually know what's wrong. When it comes to dealing with him in public and whatnot, like we can actually say like he actually has a disability. Oh, you can turn it on. Excuse me. Whoa. And the light is, currently we get speech and we get OT for Jamison, and we do get a dietitian because like his eating habit is not, he's on a plain beige diet. Like it's actually so overwhelming to try and feed him most days. Obviously living out of a camper trailer is not ideal, and it's actually really hard. I am finding bloody ants in our camper again. Do you know how hard it was to get rid of these ants? Literally. I think it's going to rain. It's driving me nuts. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. So, but yeah. But we're just taking it one day at a time, see how we go. But yeah, living in a camper trailer is not ideal. It's not exactly the plan that we had in mind. Like, we know there's heaps of people probably out there in the world. They're travelling with their kids and that have disabilities and whatnot. We have decided that we are going to travel for hopefully until January next year. So we're only going to do about 4 months, 5 months, maybe 6 months if we can make it that far. Like, plans always change. But at this point, hey, January, hey, please don't do that. But at this point in time, we've said that January will be our date to come back. We've got to come back anyway because Jamison has a paediatrician appointment. Did you go pick your 2 books?
Mom.
Did you pick your 2 books?
Oh,
you got to pick 2. That's only 1. Can you please pick 2?
I want 1.
You only want 1? Well, how about 1 for Cheeky?
Yeah, Cheeky want me.
Oh, you picking 1 too? Good job, buddy.
Mom?
So, yes.
Oh,
Let me get Hendrix dressed first, and then we'll read the books, okay? Let's get dressed, Cheeky. So basically, we're going to travel for as long as we can. So if that turns out to be 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. Okay, will you say, hey, that's where you say, excuse me.
Jimmy.
Better. Bless you. And just go from there. Hendrix, no, leave the camera alone. We will just do, like, travel for as long as we can. And then we have decided that we had this big pipe dream and plans that we would move states and we wouldn't come back to Victoria or anything like that. But I think now we have decided that we're going to come back to Victoria. Like, we obviously have registered Jamo for 4-year-old kinder for next year. And we did that and we accepted the offer that they had given us just because we were sort of like, we don't want to miss out and then, you know, then we can't get him into kinder if we do decide to come back. And then obviously, like, trying to get him into a kinder somewhere else, it's going to be hard. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Yeah, and just see what happens. Because that's something, like, plays on our mind quite a bit. Like, are we doing the right thing for our kids? Development-wise, Jamison obviously needs all of his, you know, therapies and whatnot. Like, yes, we're doing them online. And we have been doing them online for the last... I don't even know how long. As long as we've had the plan, so 11, 10, 9, 8. It's probably about 4 months, I think. We've been doing our therapies online via Zooms and stuff, which has been really, really good. Like, it's actually given us the freedom to just have these therapies on the road, which has been really, really good. For the right thing for our kids and whatnot. Like, you know, this is not for everybody. And we don't even know if it's for us yet. Like, we've been living out of the camper now for 8 months. We've been living out of the camper and it's been good. There has been some hard times though. I tell you, like, there's been times where I've just looked at Daryl and I'm like, I've had enough. So yeah, like, out of this whole experience for the last, like, 8 months, Daryl and myself have actually never got angry with each other or anything like that. We've actually been really, really good. Like, if there's a problem, like, we might get frustrated, we might have a bit of a rant, but we've always worked through it and changed things and, you know, whatnot. Like, our camper is not perfect. No one's camping lifestyle or anything like that is not perfect. Ours is definitely not. Like, we've got crap everywhere. Like, this is the state of our camper. Like, literally... Like, there are our clothes. So yeah, we're just sort of still going through the motions and whatnot. Like, our camper is not perfect. Like, it's annoying because, like, if we want to get anything out of those tubs, like, obviously those hangers are hanging, but you gotta lift them up to pull them out. You know, the table is there, so we've got to, like, move everything that's off the floor and set the table up. If we want to... Yes. Oh, is it? Wow. Yeah. If we want to get anything, like, we've got shoes in here. If we want to get our shoes out, we literally have to pull all 3 tubs down the table and lift it up just to get our shoes out. Like, it's not perfect. It frustrates us. We're working it out. Like, yes, we've lived in it for 7 months. We're always changing stuff. But anyway, but that is what's happening in the world of Chaos on Wheels. It's just been hectic. Like, we're finally better. Daryl's parents went to Kakadu for like 10 days. We were able to go to their house and recoup everybody. If you would have seen them on Current Affair on the Wednesday the 20th, I think it was, at the end of the episode. Yeah, they were on there. Shout out to Wyatt, Sue and Peter. It was pretty cool. Daryl is home now.
Hey, Dad and Daddy.
I've got some din-dins for Mum.
Mum, Daddy got din-din, Mum.
Din-dins. Din-dins. Our din-dins is here.
Yo! What a day.
What a day.
What a day. What a month. What a year. What a month. What a week. What a week. What a week.